snapped off. So what I'm gonna do, Tyler came up with this idea, is what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld that puppy on there and see if we can't get it to come off. So
okay, this is what we typically carry for tagging and kidding season and stuff. So this little ammo box, so it's nice and handy.
we're about a month away from kidding. We're checking up on some of these nannies, Pomachas, and then just checking to see just body condition and just getting a good look at them. Alrighty, so we're in the process of trying to replace the spare tire holder for the Ranger. Here's the spare tire. Obviously it looks like that. The spare tire holder is underneath here. We went ahead and finally got it broke off. And as we couldn't get the old one off. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna weld this old bolt onto the broken one. We'll show you here in a second and see if we can't get it to screw out. I tried heating it up in order to get it off, but in the process of heating it up and turning it, it snapped off. So I'll show you in a second. Make that a little quieter, but I heated it up because it wasn't turning anymore, and it snapped off. So what I'm gonna do, Tyler came up with this idea, is what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld that puppy on there and see if we can't get it to come off. So stay tuned. All right, so Tyler's idea seems to work. It broke off once. It was my fault because I didn't weld it good enough, but I think it's gonna work now. We had hopes. We had our hopes were down. That's what I'm going for. Our hopes were down because it wasn't working, but we found out the battery was low. Now it's turning.
I swear if it breaks off now. There it is. I want to keep it forever.
Pick it up.
It's really hot. Yeah, we're gonna keep him. Oh, it keeps not wanting to focus. There we go. Turn him around. Give him a show.
Hold on, where's the old piece at? Is it up here?
Right here. There's what was on it. Or before and after. As he's got the skin off.
It worked.
It did. I'm a genius.
You are.
So, it's officially cleaned out. So, I did my job. I can go inside now.
All right, so yesterday's project took quite a bit of time, but when we bought this Ranger, there was the tailgate was all jacked up. You know, these pieces were pretty bad. Obviously the cables were bad, and this handle was broken. My original problem was getting these old screws out. As you can see, there's cutting wheel marks because I just went ahead and then cut them out because I couldn't break them out. I tried to use the star bit that came with it. It stripped itself, or I stripped it. So we went ahead and then with the repair kit that they sent me, only came with one of these. So we had to go to Tractor Supply with the actual handle, with this handle, and find some screws. They were metric, of course, that went in there. We put our own washers in there to have some surface area to grab to, but Tyler got it in there. We were getting pretty frustrated with it yesterday, but what she had to do, as you can see, this is new. What she had to do, because there's a nut on the other side of this, we had to use electrical tape and get it just set just right enough so we can catch, because as you can see, these are pretty rusted out too, and this is a 92 Ford Ranger. So this back piece is all one piece. You know, as you can see it, you know, it looks like, you know, it comes off in a plate, but really it just rounds out right here and then it goes over. So instead of jacking with all these little bitty screws, to get this plate off so we can see what we were doing, we kind of had to do it like I just said. So what we ended up doing is we replaced this whole mechanism here, this latch part. So that's brand new cables. They sent me new ones of these. I bought a rebuild kit. Basically, it was like $89. It came with what I thought was everything I needed, but it didn't, because we ended up the nuts that are on the inside of these. I had to buy a Tractor Supply as well, so we took one of these with us. It was metric. We found a nut to fit it. We put a washer in on the inside. Well, Tyler put a washer in on the inside of here too, so hopefully we never have to jack with it again, because it was a 2-hour process doing this. But new latch is on there, so we can actually close the tailgate now, because sometimes we will take this to town to fill up with gas, or grab something from the gas station. Or I'm sure you saw us in our last video when we went to the gas station while it was snowing. And then the other project we were working on was this spare tire carrier. Let's see if I can get under here. Was kind of an issue too. As you can see, there's a new bolt there, and I got a new in there too, because I broke the last one. As y'all saw what we did with the welder to get it off, so I broke it. So I had already had one on order, so that was good. But now spare tires under here, and new latch, and a couple of important pieces of if we get a flat. Like I said, this truck's pretty old. We have to replace the windows. We bought the cranks for it. We got a rivet gun, so that's the next thing I got to do in here. But the AC blows cold, the heat blows hot. What did I come in here for? I don't remember what I came in here for. Oh, last year Tyler had a big flat. So, and obviously, of course, I've looked to see the fuses, but for whatever reason, the car battery charger, the lighter deal, ain't working. So I've got a portable pump. I got this deal on Amazon for like 10 bucks. Hook it onto the battery, and then it has a female end to go into this deal. And then, yeah, so it runs. I've got about 45 feet of it. So if this thing ever gets a flat, and it's nice having those battery powered ones, but sometimes, the battery runs out when you need it or something, you hadn't charged it yet. But I think altogether this cost me about 40 bucks, maybe 30 bucks, and won't ever have a flat issue again unless it's a blowout. But that's how we got a spare. And I also got a can of Fix-A-Flat in here. So, ready to go in case we get a flat this spring.
He's gonna kill my tree. The tree survived. All right, so we know that ear taggers and
ear tags and stuff like that. You know, ear notchers and banders and all that stuff gets pretty cluttered pretty quick. So what we would like to do is we buy these little cheap ammo boxes from Harbor Freight, and then we can put our leftover tags in here. We have some more tags in here that we're gonna put in here, but we're getting white tags for this year's kids. So I'm putting last year's tags, leftovers, up. There's a couple in here. And yeah, so I'll show you another box that we have with some other quick tags and scrapey tags that for the Billy kids that, or the Weathers that we send to the sale barn for meat. You know, those get little metal tags. They're like 10 cents a piece, 15 cents a piece, versus these are close to $1 a piece. So we'll show you that here in a second, but I want to show you guys, you know, a newer one that we just did.
Okay, this is what we typically carry for tagging and kitting season and stuff. So this little ammo box, so it's nice and handy. So first off, scrapey tag, the metal scrapey tag tagger we keep in here because you just never know. And that's kind of what they look like, the little metal tags. And so if we're sending any anywhere like sale barn or anything like that, we'll send those off. Here's our tagger, of course. A lot of people know what this is and understand. So you just slide your tag under here and put the pointy side on this side, and then you pinch, and then it's good to go. And that's how you tag one. But then we also carry an ear tag cutter just in case we need to change one or get it off for whatever reason. That's for the regular tags like these. That'll cut these off. It won't cut those metal ones off. We also keep a bander in here with some bands. We usually will cut a knife cut, but sometimes we band. It just depends on the situation. Emergency needles are in here. Those probably should come out. So, and then just more tags, a couple extras just in case. Never know when you're gonna need them. But usually we try and keep this stocked with pretty much anything we could need if we're tagging and or banding situation. Then the other thing to talk about is an ear notcher. We do not use this for notching ears, but we will notch the tags to know who is a Weather or kind of other things depending on where the tag is notched. So that's what we use this for. We have notched ears with it. Excuse me. But if you're selling straight to people that are eating them for religious purposes, sometimes their ears, and there's special things that need to be done, and they can't be missing parts of their ears when they're sold for a religious practice. So don't notch ears. We notch tags because tag holes are fine, but ear notches are not fine since it's part of the ear missing. So yeah, just the more you know, and that's kind of what we do and how we do it. Well, what we keep on hand. It's not always this disorganized, but we were using it the other day. So time to reorganize it, and that stays ready to go. That way it's all in one place. It has a little mark. Need to redo it. It looks like it got damaged. But yeah, that's what we do, and that's how we keep these organized and together, because that's the biggest thing. It's very easy to misplace and lose them. So there it is.
We're about a month away from kitting. We're checking up on some of these Nanny's Pomachas, and then just checking to see just body condition and just getting a good look at them. So right now we're trying to work them into the chute area. Do have one kid already born in that snowstorm a couple of weeks ago.